Next up, I would like to invite Mr. Mafaz Hassan, Director Engineering at CODEGEN International. Mafaz, over to you.
Okay, so because it's a very short duration, I don't want to take much of your time, so I will try to quickly introduce ourselves. Although it will not be easy to tell everything about CodeGen, but yeah, still I will try. Okay, so we are CodeGen, and we are a software development company. Have been there for like more than 2 decades now, and we are at Maradana, that is called the Trace Expert City, and we have around 650 to 700 staff now working at CodeGen, and it's really nice to talk to such a large audience, that is more than 600 people, and definitely I believe that you would gain something out of this discussion. Okay, in terms of introducing myself, I'm Mafaz. I'm direct engineering at CodeGen, and I've been for more than 14 years. And I started my career as a software engineer, and I've gone through the ladder. So, definitely there are some insights I can share with you. And maybe 14, 15 years back, I too had similar aspirations. And, I know when you are an undergraduate, there are so many doubts or skepticism in you on, what is the industry, how can I get a job, how can I get an internship, and so on. But definitely, if you have the right attitude and passion, you can have a really nice career. So we are there to help you out on that. So even in the future, if there's any engagement is needed, CodeGen is willing to help. Okay, so in terms of providing an overview about CodeGen, so you can see on the right called Travelbox. So that's our flagship product, which is a end-to-end travel platform. So I'll talk about it later. And then on the left, we have a range of products which we have come up with recently. So we have the Vega. You might already know about it, Vega car. So we are planning to go into production on this soon. So we are sourcing for investors these days. Then we have the Vega ETX. That's an electric three-wheeler. So that will most probably come out at the end of the year or beginning of next year. Then we have the electric ATV, we have the Mini Cooper conversion, and then we have the electric chargers. We have one of the largest networks in Sri Lanka. So with regard to even if someone is interested in microcontroller programming, IoT related stuff, definitely we have opportunities in that area as well. Okay. Uh, in terms of Vega, you might have heard about a lot about Vega. So that's a fully electric supercar which is produced in Sri Lanka. Then, like I mentioned, we have the largest network of chargers within Sri Lanka. Then these are Vega ETX EV conversions and other projects we are working on. And then we have another interesting project, which is the AI Grow, that is artificial intelligence based vegetation. So this is, we do even supply to Sri Lankan supermarkets, and we do export stuff out of Sri Lanka. So this is all controlled, within a controlled environment where you can, monitor the humidity, temperature, lighting, the nutrients, and so on. And then based on AI, automatically we would change these parameters. So there are so many products in this range. I will not take that much of time, but if some of you are interested in IoT programming and AI related stuff, this is also one thing you can look into. Then we have some other products for schools, for HR, and so on. I don't want to deep dive into them. Then if someone is interested in game development, subsidiary called RAM Studio, which is focusing on game development. Already we have come up with two famous games called Extraction Valley and Mahasona, which were really successful. And you can try out our online courses if you type RAM Studios. If you are really interested in game development, that is something you know you can you can try out. Okay, so in terms of Travelbox, like I said, this is our main flagship product. So this is a end-to-end travel platform, and you have we manage the inventories of say flight, cruises, hotel transfers, cars, tours, generic. Any travel product you have, uh, you know, uh, we can store inventory and availability within Travelbox, as well as we are connected to loads of H2H providers. That is, we would have connections directly to bed banks, we would have connections directly to GDSs, we would have connections directly to channel managers, uh, and so on. So all these items would be provided to the customer within within seconds, and they can book all these products. So once the customer is able to book these travel items, we have all the post booking items like accounts, business intelligence, reporting, everything is provided for. So actually our clients are huge enterprise clients, and we cater for some of the top brands in the world. Even some of the top 10 travel brands are working with us. And in terms of Travelbox, even companies in Sri Lanka, even the biggest travel companies in Sri Lanka, they can't afford Travelbox. So it's a you have to have $1 million commitment. So it's a huge enterprise product, and also it's a market leader in its domain. So you can just go and do your research online. You will find various articles about Travelbox being one of the flagship products in the industry. Okay, so in terms of Travelbox, there are different flavors. We have Travelbox Central and Surf. Those are our browser-based interfaces. So if you are interested in working with browser-based technologies like Angular, React, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and so on, we have lots of opportunities in that area. In the Travelbox backend itself, that's written in Java, and you have different storage layers. I'll talk about the architecture in a little while. And then we have Travelbox Tritium. This is kind of an aggregator, which is a SaaS kind of a product. All our clients, and even specific clients who wants to access our third-party products, they can use Tritium. Then we have Travel Booker, which is for medium-scale clients, and this is Travelbox actually deployed in a SaaS environment. Then for destination, Travelbox DMC. So there are so many variants there, and we have a artificial intelligence-based product in CodeGen. That is, we have a product called Lia, which is the chatbot. So we have loads of customers using this now. So even the Walkers Tours website you have in Sri Lanka, if you go there, you can see the Lia chatbot. Then we have Negorate, that is intelligent agents negotiating rates in between them. So that is also another AI product. Then we have something called Inspire, which is our personalization engine. So all our website, if there is a customer login, we can profile those customers and push products which are tailored for those customers, so that we can cross-sell and upsell our products. So this also involves all the neural networks, deep learning, machine learning algorithms. Then we have Review Spotter. That's another product which can analyze sentiments based on client reviews. So when there's a customer review, whether it's a positive review or a negative review, or what is it talking about, all these sentiments can be analyzed. So that's also another AI product. And then we have another product called Revenue Manager, that is to optimize the yield of the customer. So how can a business become more profitable? So revenue manager would give suggestions to say, okay, these are the packages you have to sell to be more profitable, or these are the packages you have to sell to increase your revenue. So that is also another AI based product. So yeah, that's a flavor of our software based product. And in terms of our customer base, so we have our offices also. Before I can go into the client base, I would say like we have our offices located in the USA, Sri Lanka, and also the Middle East, and also our office, our head office is also we have a commercial office in the UK, and we are planning to set up an office now in Australia. So we have a huge footprint in terms of our offices all over the globe as well. And then in terms of our clients, we have a huge footprint in Northern America, and the world's biggest theme park is with us, because I don't want to talk about names because we are governed by NDAs and so on. But you know who we are talking about. So it's like thousands of bookings within a few seconds, and some of the biggest booking sites are driven by us. And in terms of Europe, we have a huge footprint in the UK, in Denmark, and so many other countries. We have a huge footing where Travelbox is running. Then we have some huge clients in the Middle East. We have some of the biggest clients in Australia, and so on. So Sri Lanka, like I said, those are like small products which are being deployed here. So in 2009 itself, we did 7 million plus passenger bookings and $7 billion in revenue generated via Travelbox. So this is not rupees, this is $7 billion, but definitely post-pandemic, we've seen a huge surge in travel bookings. So definitely, if we calculate, I believe like we would be nearly around $10 billion range. So this is revenue generated via Travelbox, for all our clients. And, then, I mean, you can imagine the scale we're operating in, and why we have one of the best products in the market. Okay, so these slides I would skip. And talking about the opportunities in DevStream, there are opportunities for other streams as well, like QA, BA, project management, tech ops, DevOps, and so on. So later on, like if you're interested, maybe you can contact us via your coordinators. So today, mainly I will be focusing on the development stream because of the time constraints we are having. So we all know, like, software engineering is about developing software. It's about developing sustainable solutions. So whatever you build today, should be, working for the long time future as well. So in terms of the software engineering job roles, we have front-end developers, back-end developers, and also full-stack developer opportunities. So like I said, front-end developers, you'll be working with the front-end technologies, back-end developers with the core business logic, databases, and so on. Full-stack developers would be operating both. So in terms of the skills, I would say even if you are an intern or a new recruit, mainly we look into your problem solving skills, and also whether you are willing to learn, because we know, like in any institute, any undergraduate, you can't learn everything within that short period of time. It's all about adaptability, because things are changing continuously. So you should have the ability to unlearn and learn quickly. So that is what we expect. And definitely your other soft skills will also aid you. And also in terms of exposure, like I said, we use some of the most advanced technologies in the software domain. I will talk about it later. And we have a global customer base. So usually around 20-30 people or more than that out of Sri Lanka at any given time, because we send people on assignments to the UK, USA, Australia, and so on. So you will definitely have a lot of exposure, and we have a very good training program. so that even if you are below par, we have a very rigorous training program via which we can hone new skills. Yes, in terms of the software engineering job role, I would say these are stuff. And in terms of our software, we always focus on scalability, high availability, security, and performance. So in terms of scalability, our software is scalable to meet any demand. So peak volumes of maybe thousands of bookings, thousands of search hits per second. Our software is available, able to cater for it. And in terms of high availability, our systems are highly available. Even when we deploy releases, we have zero downtime deployment, where the release will be deployed at the same time when the site is up. And security has become very important these days, so we focus on security a lot. And in terms of performance, we usually operate in the nanosecond millisecond range, so it's not even seconds. So it's very advanced software, and we keep on doing the optimizations with all the new technologies which are coming up. Okay, so in terms of our technologies we work with, front-end technologies, like I mentioned before, we have Java Swing for our legacy system. Then we use Angular heavily. Then CSS and JavaScript would help, and Angular. We use TypeScript, which is an extension of uh, JavaScript. And also we use Flutter for mobile app development, as well as to standardize our front-end application development. And also we also do specific app developments for iOS and Android as well. In terms of the API, we use the XML API, we use JetWS for the front-end API, we use Spring REST. And we have very very rigorous governing process in terms of our REST API. So it's all a very huge enterprise API we have. So there's a lot to learn for you there. In terms of the backend, we use Java. That is where our main business logic is working on. And then on our artificial intelligence based project, we use Python, and for some of our high performance computing, we use C. And there are various opportunities. So, Maven is our build tool in terms of Java. Then, GitLab is our tree. Jenkins is the build servers. So, in terms of databases, we use the microservices model. So, our main transactional database is Oracle, but we also use MySQL for some purposes. Then we use loads of NoSQL databases such as Redis, Hazelcast, DynamoDB, Elasticsearch. There are so many databases which are used, and also based on the cloud, we would deploy our product. Like we use MariaDB and other RDSs as well. In terms of deployment and operations, we heavily use Kubernetes and Docker to orchestrate our deployments. There are so many application servers, like we use Tomcat and other application servers. So RHEL is mainly used as the OS. We use Zabbix for monitoring. We have the ELK stack, Splunk, Elasticsearch, and Kibana for log monitoring, and so on. We have Grafana also as a tool. Then we use RabbitMQ and ActiveMQ as message. Of machine learning and big data, we use TensorFlow, which is a deep learning framework. We use Spacey, which is an NLP based library. Then we use Apache Hadoop and Apache Spark for distributed computing and distributed processing. So we have a lot of things we do in terms of big data. You have some interesting things to do there. Then we use Rasa, DAS, PyTorch, some high performance libraries, some machine learning libraries, and so on. These are all used in our AI side of things. So we have one of the biggest R&D departments in Sri Lanka. So we used to even have 50 people working on all these machine learning products. So yeah, if you are really interested in those areas, you can access our database layer, and these are the integrations I spoke about. The inventory and everything can be loaded, and it will be exposed via an API and different browsers, different desktop clients, different mobile apps. They can access our application. So afterwards, once you have the data in here in the databases, reporting, business intelligence, financial accounting, all these things would happen in this area. So I'm not going into detail because we are running out of time. Okay, so in terms of our target market, so we have, like I mentioned, the biggest theme parks in the world. They are with us. So we have some huge airlines working with us. So I mean, if you search for our product, you can find more information. Then cruise liners, some of the biggest cruise liners in the world, they are using Travelbox. Then some of the biggest tour operators and destination management companies. So these are the AI-based products I spoke about already. So those are all working in conjunction with Travelbox. So this is some certain things we did very recently on AWS Serverless. You might have already heard about serverless technology. So this is a full-fledged product on deployed on AWS in a fully serverless manner. So you have all the lambdas, API gateways. You have the front end distributed via S3 and CloudFront. And then in the backend is fully DynamoDB and S3. So this is we use some of the most advanced technologies for some of our products. So yeah, definitely you will have a lot to learn here. On our AI-based products, already I spoke about these: revenue management, travel intelligence, personalization, natural language interfaces, intelligent agents, and so on. So this is our whole AI sort of things. So like I said, we do focus a lot on AI and so on. So in terms of the other streams, I would not take your time on the other stream, but definitely if you have any questions, you can ask later. Yes, and also in terms of other opportunities you have in CodeGen, we have a table tennis team in CodeGen, we have a badminton team in CodeGen, we have our own Toastmasters club. So if you want to hone your skills in public speaking, you can join our Toastmasters club, which is sponsored by the company. And like I said, we have these other recreational activities. Like we have an athletics team who won a lot of awards in the latest Mercantile. And also you have to come and see our offices. It's one of the state-of-the-art offices you have in Sri Lanka. It's the old colonial architecture. And even if you're not coming to work, or you're not coming as an intern to CodeGen, you can come to our offices and you can see how we do all these things we do. You can see the Vega and all other stuff. So definitely that we would invite you all to come one day to see how our officers do work. And yeah, so we have a very flat culture, and whoever wants to learn and whoever has the right attitude, definitely you can flourish. And also we have all these opportunities to go abroad, and also some of our officers, like I said, we have people stationed in the USA, UK, and so on in our offices as well. So there are lots of opportunities, and I believe I gave the most important stuff about our company. So because we have a time limitation, I would stop there. So thank you so much for listening, and I wish you all the very best for your career. Even if you join CodeGen or not, it's really nice to talk to a young bunch of undergraduates. So we will talk to your lecturers and see what are the next steps forward. Yes, thank you for listening. Yes,
Thank
Mevan.
you. Thank you very much, Mafaz.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us today. And
yeah, sure. Okay, it was a pleasure. Okay, thank you.
Likewise, pleasure.